Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is podcast episode 6 of the Kane podcast. As of October 21st, I'm gonna update the Funko news. So if you guys don't know, Super Saiyan Vegeta, the PX exclusive, he is gonna be in GameStop. So I don't know how the chase is gonna work. We'll definitely update you about more information about this. I don't know if you could purchase 6 and then you get the chase. I don't know how that's gonna work. Miles Morales also is the PS exclusive they announced with the Thanos, the metallic Thanos, and he's also available in GameStop. Both of them are, I don't believe, both of them. I know both of them are in store, so you can not in. They're not in available in store, but you could pre-order them in store. So if you guys interested in those two, go definitely you want to check them out. Go to your local GameStop and pre-order those bad boys. Also, Cowboy Marty McFly is in stock as of last night, the 20th. In Hot Topics. So if you guys want to pick up that Cowboy Marty McFly from I don't know where he's from. Back to the Future. My bad. He's from Back to the Future. So if he is in stores, and if you guys want to pick him up, he is in stores. Batman and Catwoman just announced. Jesus, Batman and Catwoman. I believe movie moment is has just been announced. Wetmore Forest just got announced today as of the 21st. Some more Wetmore Forest fans, so if that's your things, you might want to look for that. Also, Funko Pop-Up Shop, Translucent Scary Library Ghost from Ghostbusters is going to be available today on a pop-up shop. And the Millennium Falcon Shift, the Amazon exclusive, is going to be shipped out as of today. So if you pre-order that, you might be getting yours soon enough, if you guys don't know. So now I'm gonna do the Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon segment. So you guys know how much I love Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. So I'm just gonna show 3 of probably my other favorite Pokemons that I love. Here's one of them. It's Mewtwo. I like this one. I know this is the GX exclusive one, but it's Mewtwo, man. You can never get too much Mewtwo's. Here's the one from Pokemon Sword and not Sword, Pokemon Sun and Shield. Jesus, I can't talk today. Here's one of my starters. I thought it would be cool if I show off some of the starters that I used to use. So here's the one from the last game that just came out, and here is Litten. I use Litten. I use Incineroar. Incineroar has his 3rd Evo stage. And I use Incineroar saved me on a lot of battles, so he's definitely one of my favorites. Also, one of my favorites is probably the hardest Pokemon to catch in that whole game, at least for me. And here is Tapu Koko, and yes, I do catch the Guardians. So, I mean, the game made it able to catch them, so I did catch them, and I do use them. I know he is big on competitive, so. Yeah, but anyways, here's my second favorite Yu-Gi-Ohs of all time. And here's the updated version of him. You guys will know once I explain it. Anyways, here's the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, if you guys don't know, this is the updated version because this is the tablet. The original Blue Eyes was white, but I don't believe they ever made a Yu-Gi-Oh card of the white one, but here's the other one, which is the original Blue Eyes. Pretty dope. I love this Blue Eyes. Pretty amazing, man. One of my favorite cards growing up as a kid. And remember, if you had all 3, you were a beast, and everybody loved you. Especially if you had polymerization and you just use your imagination. Because if you didn't have the Ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon card, you just use your imagination. So. Definitely one of my favorites. Like I said, guys, probably like next week I'm gonna start ripping open packs. So with these next, I believe I got Wednesday and Saturday. So with these next 2 podcasts, I'm just gonna just show you guys my favorite cards that I do have right now in my deck. I mean, I got a lot of a lot of cards right now, but I am just showing you my favorite cards. But anyways, let's get to that first main topic, and here it is. So if you guys don't know, Houston Astros advanced on to the World Series, and at with the first game will be Garrett Cole versus Max Scherzer, and it's gonna be an interesting game because those two are the most dominant pitchers right now in the MLB, and not only that, in the world, in the playoffs. So both of those guys is going to be a very interesting game. Like I said, I still have my prediction of Houston Astros winning the World Series, but it's going to be real interesting. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind either team winning. So, but anyways, gonna get on to the NFL score. So as of last night, the Rams beat the Falcons. The Vikings beat the Lions. We needed as a Bears fan, we needed the Lions to win that game, but they didn't. Jaguars beat the Bengals. The Cardinals beat the New York Giants. The Redskins beat the 49ers. Both teams are playing pretty good this year. Packers beat the Raiders, unfortunately. Texans beat the Colts. Dolphins beat the Bills. Bills beat the Dolphins. The Titans beat the Chargers. The Ravens beat the Seahawks. And the Cowboys beat the Eagles. And last but not least, unfortunately, the Saints beat the Chicago Bears. I just wanted to keep it like this. I'm just going to keep this short. My Bears aren't looking too good this year. The Saints actually dominated us. The best we got out of it was the Cordell Patterson kick return. That's probably the best we got out of it. The Saints absolutely dominated our O-line. They absolutely dominated. They dominated us on defense. Our defense was on the field almost the whole game because our offense couldn't do nothing. Trubisky looked horrible in his return. Pretty lackluster return, in my opinion. Probably should have never. It was so bad. Matt Nagy should have just went to Chase Daniels to see what Chase Daniels should have done, could have done. I don't even. It's so bad, and me being ashamed as a Bears fan, I don't even want to talk about the Bears anymore. So I'm just gonna leave that be. Tomorrow, as of tonight, the Pats versus the Jets, and I want even if you guys aren't a football fan and you guys are a Star Wars fan, you might want to stay tuned because something's gonna happen tonight. So you guys might want to watch that. But let's step on to something I do love and I do want to talk about, which is My Hero Academia. So quick spoilers alert. Spoilers. So I'm gonna let you guys get a little chance to tune out if you guys don't want to be spoiled. So once again, spoilers, and I believe I gave you enough time. But anyways, in My Hero Academia season 4, episode 2, they just announced a new villain, and he looks pretty dope, man. This villain looks pretty cool. He got into a fight because he was fighting the League of Villains, I believe, and Shigaraki. So he touched Shigaraki, and I guess if you touch him, if this new villain, I forgot his name, but if he touches you, you blow up. It looked pretty cool, man. Because, like I said, he attacked Shigaraki's crew, and I could see a little fight going on between them. It's pretty dope because he told Shigaraki, like, "Hey, man, you're not that much of a good leader. Like, you lost." He's like, "Why did All For One pick you?" And man, it was it was a pretty good tease into coming future episodes. Excuse me, but anyways, but we got to meet. So basically, if you guys haven't watched before, I believe they did this in previous seasons. They go and interact with try to get sidekick jobs with older legends. Most of them that worked with All Might, but I don't believe that they just all of them worked with All Might. I don't believe that, but anyways, basically, so they basically are trying to introduce Miro to us. A lot of people, if you don't know who he is, Miro's probably my second favorite. Probably he's close up there with Bakugo, but interesting. They weren't even like talking about Bakugo this whole. I mean, he had like one little scene, but anyways, Miro, they introduced Miro with Deku, so there's probably like a little team up going right there, which is just too amazing right there. They wanted All Might wanted Miro to introduce Deku to the new. I mean, I don't believe he was mentioned before, but he is one. I guess he was. I believe they talked about it and never showed him. I don't remember. But they introduced him to All Might's sidekick, Sir Night Eye. I probably didn't say that right. But anyways, in the show they were trying to like emphasize of Miro being funny and trying to make Sir Night Eye laugh just to like him. And I don't know why they were like picking that out if for some particular reason. It was kind of weird because I didn't see them like they never did that before. So basically, so Deku finally meets him. They introduce Sir Night Eye's assistant, which is Bubble Girl. So I want to see what's gonna happen with that also. But anyways, they introduced Deku, and Deku couldn't make Sir Night Eye laugh, and that's how they ended. They chose to end the episode off like that, which was to me real interesting. I want to see because it's definitely a weird way to end of an episode, but definitely weird. But like I said, this show's gonna be amazing, and I just see it just blowing up. But this show is just as good as Dragon Ball Z, man, because like that's how Dragon Ball Z hooked me in. Was just like every episode was just amazing, and yeah. But anyways, also too when I was watching the football game, Mandalorian TV spot popped up, and my first time seeing it. I'm not sure if it's been out for a while, but that show just immediately just snatched me right in, and I'm so ready for that show. So I am thinking about purchasing Disney Plus because there's a lot of TV shows I want to watch on there. But anyways, let's go to a show that I unfortunately did watch, and it was Batwoman. So they introduced Thomas Elliott. He's supposed to be a Hutch. They made him seem so it's kind of weird. They didn't allude to him being Hush. They alluded to him being just this other rich, guy who's jealous of Bruce Wayne, who does know Bruce Wayne's identity. Which Hush always, I guess, Hush did know Bruce Wayne's identity, but I don't know if that's like a new comic book thing, or something. But they didn't show him off as a doctor for some reason. They showed him off as just like this rich kid who has a grudge against Bruce Wayne. So it's kind of weird. If you guys know the comic book, like what they were referring to on the show, be kind to let me know in the comics, because that's real interesting that they did that. And they do have Hush as the main villain. Then now you guys just hooked me in right there, because I do love Hush. Hush is one of the cooler villains. But anyways, so that part was kind of interesting, but the rest of the show just threw me off, and I'm not intrigued after that. But so anyways, they introduced so Beth. So there was the fight that happened. Beth Kane eventually, which is Alice, she eventually saves Kate Kane, and she knows that Kate Kane is Batwoman. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I could see them trying to turn Alice into a hero. It's kind of weird, but I don't know what's going on, because in the show she's a villain. She's killing people, but she is showing this like the south side towards Kate Kane, which is kind of weird. I mean, the show is just weird, man. I mean, then they're showing the other girl. I forgot her name, Sophie. which is Kane's love interest, showing her even though she is married, they are like showing her being jealous and all that. So and then they introduce Kane, a new woman. She she's into. I mean, I just don't know. CW is all over the place with this show. But to wipe that sour taste out of my mouth, I did watch Watchmen, and I think Watchmen, and mark my words, guys, this show is absolutely amazing, and I think it's the best show on TV right now. I know it's kind of hard saying that for a first episode, but guys, once you watch that episode and then you watch from weeks to come the future trailers, I mean the trailer for future TV show future episodes coming out, man, this show. I did watch the movie. I just don't remember the movie, so I don't know like the characters all too well. I just gotta go back and rewatch the movies. But man, this show is gonna be amazing, guys. If you guys haven't watched Watchmen, you guys want to stop this right now. Go watch Watchmen. Come back. I give you permission. Stop this right now. Go watch Watchmen and then come back and tell me in the comments how it was, because that show is amazing. The show did start off kind of crazy. It hit like kind of a tough spot because they showed off the Tulsa Race Massacre, which I believe it is a real thing that happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So kind of interesting way to start off a show, but man, that show, I mean, it hooks you right in, right from the beginning, and trust me, you guys want to go watch that. Also, Doom. They are making a Doom the video game TV show, but and it's being produced by Dave and James Franco. So that's really interesting, guys. If you guys love Doom the video game, it is being made into a TV show, so you guys want to stay tuned for that. And as soon as I get more information, I'll update you guys. So, anyways, I did watch Titans, and Titans is being good too, man. I mean, uh, that show right there. I'm not gonna get into spoilers, but you guys want to check that out. I had a blast watching Titans, uh, season 8, and that kind of how I thought they would introduce Bruce Wayne. But if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you guys want to watch the show and barely come back, and we'll talk about it. Also, there's a bidding war going on for South Park. Uh, I believe he's getting sold as much as 500 million right now. So we're gonna get details on that. Also, in the movies related, I'm probably gonna butcher his name. Yahya Abdul Mateen II. If you guys don't know, he was Black Manta in Aquaman, and he is returning. Probably one of my see. I did like him as in the Black Manta role. He just didn't get a chance to shine in the movie, and hopefully this time coming around, they do have a full movie with him versus Aquaman. I mean, that'd be pretty interesting. Also, I didn't like how they used him. I feel like they killed him off too fast, and I believe they didn't get his equipment right, man. So hopefully DC could do a better job on that. Speaking of DC, John Cena was seen on the set of Suicide Squad. I'm not sure if that was previously announced, but as rumors are, he is playing Meathead, which is pretty cool. I mean, a lot of people don't know Meathead. As of myself, I don't know Meathead to the fullest, but I did Google him, and he looks like a real interesting character for John Cena to play. So John Cena is playing. I mean, he is a good actor. He's definitely improving from the last Transformer movie. So I could see him becoming like a few. I wouldn't say he's up there with The Rock, but he is being better at movies, and he is trying. So, anyways, so I was watching Batman Hush, and I did fall asleep halfway through the movie. But from what I seen, the movie was amazing. This is why I love the animated versions compared to the TV shows, the live action TV shows, or the Arrowverse. It's because they don't put all that political nonsense into the to the TV shows, the animated version. I try to get away from that. I like watching these shows on escapism. I don't like them bringing in live things right now. But in Batman Hush, and this is spoilers, guys. So I don't want you guys, if you guys haven't watched it, it is on the DCEU app. So if you guys want to watch that, it's the Universe app, the DC Universe app. If you guys don't want to get spoiled, pause the video or skip ahead. But anyways, with Batman Hush, um, Catwoman is a love interest in it. So I was just marking down like the key points that I seen before I fell asleep. So Catwoman is a love interest. Lady Shiva is in the movie. Um Amanda Lawler shows up because there was like a Bane scene. So Bane is in the movie. Batman tells her, and I believe they've done this before in other animated TV shows, but he does name drops the Suicide Squad, and he tells Amanda Lawler like, "I know what you're doing," which was pretty interesting. Lex Luthor is in the movie. He also mentions Superman Cyborg, and also says that he's part of the Justice League, which is interesting. I don't remember ever recalling him being in the Justice League. So if that's something new, if it's not something new, you guys want to comment down below and tell me if it's new or not. Um, Poison Ivy is a villain in the movie. At least from what I've seen, she did mess with Superman. Superman's in the movie, so she did mess with his mind. And Damian Wayne is in the movie. I believe he had like a little cameo from what I've seen, and I liked him too because he was like always just messing with Bruce Wayne, and I love that, man. I mean, he just don't care. He talks crap to Bruce Wayne. I always love that about Damian Wayne. Harley is in the movie. Don't know how long she's in it, and also Riddler. So that was approximately around the time I fell asleep. But I'm gonna go back and watch it, and then I'll update you guys how the movie officially was. From what I seen, the movie was amazing. If you guys want to watch Batman Hush, go check it out. Speaking of Batman universe or DC universe, Jared Leto announced he's no longer Joker. I mean, everybody's seen that coming. I definitely seen that coming. I mean, he was saying he's been very very vocal about it online, and he was basically saying he's upset because he felt like they did him wrong with the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and so he's don't want to be Joker no more. Which I could understand his point of view of, listen, man, you guys promised me all these like standalone movies. You guys promised to use me, and you guys aren't really. And he gotta remember too, like he's probably to a lot of people, man, he's probably one of the worst Jokers. So so he gotta remember that too. But I could definitely understand him leaving. But yeah, so I'm gonna just leave that as it is right now. I mean, I didn't like him personally, but who knows? A lot of people did like him. So, anyways, so as of tonight, I mentioned this earlier. So tonight, if you guys are a Star Wars fan, you might want to watch Monday Night Football because there's a new Star Wars trailer dropping tonight, and the little TV spot that they had for it looked amazing. So hopefully we get more of Emperor Palpatine. And yes, I have been watching the Star Wars movie, so I do know who these people are. So, but anyways, speaking of, just drop all that. Let's talk about some video games. I love talking about video games. So this is the launch week of Call of Duty and Outer Worlds. If you guys are know the old classic Medieval, the remake is dropping this week also. So, but I can't wait because one of my highly anticipated games for this year is Outer Worlds, and I can't wait to play that because that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, so if you guys love Call of Duty, also this is the launch week. The games drop on the 25th. So Call of Duty is preloadable. So if you pre-order Call of Duty now, you can preload it on your PlayStation 4, Xbox, PC, or whatever fits you best. Outer Worlds is not up for preload right now, but It is coming out that same day. I believe Call of Duty comes out a little earlier than Outer Worlds, but yeah, that's gonna be real interesting. Also, BioWare announced a new Mass Effect game in the works. So they're talking about not just one, multiple Mass Effect games. Real interesting because they had the debacle with Anthem. If you guys been paying attention to that, you know how bad of a launch Anthem was. And I unfortunately, because I'm not sure if I could say that, but I, I'm just gonna risk it. Um, I was able to play the alpha or the beta, and I liked it in the alpha and the beta, and this is probably I don't remember the E3 that they announced it, but I was highly anticipated for it. I was like, man, this is amazing, just like a cooler version of Iron Man. I mean, it was dope, and I loved it. And that what they showed that E3, and then from the final product that we got, completely different games. So I kind of lost trust in BioWare, but they came out with that Mass Effect Andromeda, and although I did have my fun with Mass Effect, the problem is that game wasn't too good. There was a lot of bugs in it. The story wasn't finished. They basically not even probably a couple months, probably like 2 or 3 months into the launch, they announced that they were done with the game. They weren't even fixing it or anything. They're not no DLC or anything, and left a sour taste in my mouth because man, I do love Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2 and 3. It's probably one of the or 1, 2, and 3 is probably one of the best trilogies of all time. And man, just a sad story to hear about that. But there are new Mass Effect games. I want to see how Dragon Age is gonna work out because Dragon Age is one of my favorite games. I love Inquisition. I know Inquisition. There's a lot of people who are down on Inquisition, but I love Inquisition. It's one of my favorite games. But we're gonna see how that plays out. So, but anyways, as of March. Yeah, I'm way ahead of you guys. I wish it was March because then we'll get a couple more games. So, as of October 21st, they announced today Javier Baez being the 2020 MLB cover athlete. I was talking to Big T Dog about it. I got kind of mad at him because he wasn't acknowledging the facts, and he liked it because, like I said, I think he had his little Cubs bias in it. But I told him, I was like, man, listen, man, and this is I do this with a lot of people. It's like, look, drop your bias. Don't be biased here. Leave that out of it. Talk as an MLB fan. As an MLB fan, why would you want Javier Baez as your cover athlete? There were so many well-deserving other candidates out there. You got a monster in Bellinger this year, who's probably going to win MVP. You had Christian Yelich, who could win back-to-back MVP, so we could see what happens with that. You had the best game and the best player in the decade, probably the best player in baseball, Mike Trout. You could have got for your cover athlete. You could have got the rookie of the year, Pete Alonso, in your game. You could have had a Ronald Acuna. You could have had Anthony Rendon, who's probably who's third runner up for MVP this year in the National League. You got Alex Bregman. You got, and to me personally, there was 3 other guys who are on the Cubs that are even better than Baez. You got Anthony Rizzo, and this is what I explained to Big T. Anthony Rizzo has the better stats. He was the better player than Baez this whole year. I was like, people are the only reason why MLB The Show picked Baez is they're picking him for his MVP year. But he wasn't even MVP. He didn't even win MVP. He came in second running. But anyways, Rizzo was absolutely dominant this year. Absolutely dominant. So he wasn't even the best cut. Schwarber had better stats than Bias this year. Chris Bryant, who was an MVP, had better numbers than Bias this year. But they decided to go with Bias, and to me personally, I think that's more of a cash grab. And me and Big T Dog got into it with that, and I just told him like, look, man, check your bias out of it. Um, let's just be honest, man. I would rather see anybody else than than Javier Bias, but. And then I'm arguing with people as of currently right now with because I left the comment on their page, and people are mad at me, and I explained to them, it's not even just about that announcement. It's just about fixing your game. And me and Big T Dog talked about this in previous episodes about the game being broken and how things are gonna work with E3. But I guess there's a lot of sunny ponies out there, and quick to defend these broken. I just don't understand how a lot of people these days, like people in 2K, Madden, and FIFA, how they just defend these studios, even though these games are broken and not good, and they just defend them with the iron fist. Just don't understand. Just sad. As of right now, if you guys are know that it's raining here in Chicago. Anyway, I'm supposed to receive a package today. But anyways, now I'm gonna put you on a couple games that I'm interested in, and going into 2020. And 2020, if you guys don't know it, guys, this is gonna be one of the best years probably since the God of War that came out. We had 2 years ago. It was God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2 in the same year. This is gonna be probably better than that year. So next year you got Kakarot. There's a Dragon Ball Z game coming out. It's telling Goku's story. That comes out in January. You got Last of Us 2 that comes out in February. You got a Final Fantasy 7 remake coming out in I believe May or April. I don't remember the official release date, but it comes out it comes out in 2020. You got the Avengers game that comes out, and then you got Persona 5 Royal. If you guys never played Persona, you guys want to check that out, man. That game is real interesting, especially like Japanese RPG games. Real amazing. And then my most anticipated game probably of ever is Cyberpunk 2077. It comes out in April. So man, 2020, man, you guys want to stay tuned for that because it's gonna be real interesting. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast because I sure did. Also, like I said before, so my next video is probably tomorrow. Don't know. I am announcing the giveaway winner. So, like I said, guys, if you guys win, you gotta shoot me that DM, give me your info, and then I'll send that out to you guys right away. So it's gonna be real interesting, guys. And also too, please, guys. I wanted to give basically make attention to this because I don't want to call this kid out in particular, but if you guys been following me on Instagram, you guys will know that some kid decided to make 3 to 4, I don't remember, 3 to 4 burner accounts to try to win this giveaway, and I caught it instantly, and I called them out on it. I believe he has won before. So I basically called him out, and I told him like, hey man, that's not right. If you already won this giveaway, why are you trying to dupe into winning again? So I told him, I was like, listen, in the future you're disqualified for future entries and giveaways. And I don't know if he read it because I believe he blocked me, and now he probably read it but made his account private. But I do remember his name, and I do have the message saved. So unfortunately, if you are watching this, you cannot win future giveaways because that's not right. I mean, you got other people trying to win also. It's not right to them. You shouldn't be doing that either, man. Give other people chances of winning. Um, I mean, you could have win. You could have won in the future, like future giveaways. You could have won. You didn't have to do that, but now I know. So now you're officially disqualified. I hate to do that too, because I understand he is just a kid. But it's against the rules, man. So you can't be doing that. That's not right. It's not right to other people. So in the future, guys, please don't try to make burner accounts. And this is why I tell. This is why I said, hey guys, shoot me a message on Instagram and make sure that I approve. Like I can see your face and see so I could see that it's a different person. It's not the same person making 5 accounts to try to win a giveaway. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys have a wonderful day today, and see you guys later.